Hello, guys. Cordy here. All right. We gotta talk about it. So look, Caitlin Clark, you asked for it. You really asked for it this time. And now? Well, now the whole conversation just changed overnight. Because what she did on national TV today? Yeah, that wasn't small, not even close. Caitlin Clark went on air, calm, composed, doing her thing, and then boom, she drops it. Straight up says, "I want Kelsey Mitchell back." Man, that's not just a comment, that's a message, a loud one. Now you gotta ask yourself, was that planned? Was that off the cuff? Or was that something deeper going on behind the scenes? Because players don't just say stuff like that publicly unless they mean it, or unless something's already in motion. And the way she said it, too, no hesitation, no dancing around it, just direct. That tells you everything you need to know about how she feels about that backcourt. But here's where it gets interesting, because not everybody caught the full segment. She was talking expansion draft, USA basketball, all that, and then slid right into Indiana Fever talk like it was nothing, smooth, but intentional. So what we're gonna do is break that whole thing down. I'm talking full context, what led up to it, and especially how she ended it with Kelsey Mitchell. Because that right there, that might have just told us the Fever's entire plan. All right, sit back, lock in, we're about to get into it.
She's back. Caitlin Clark is in the building. She's going to join us to preview the upcoming WNBA season and talk about one of her hobbies as Basketball Night in America, live from OKC, continues right after this. One of the most transformative players in the game, Caitlin Clark, and I say the game, not just women's in general, but Caitlin, the last time we had you on, it was February 1st, and I can remember because the next day there were going to be huge meetings between the WNBA and the WNBA about trying to get the CBA ratified. Yeah. Here we are.
We did it, baby.
It finally went down. I mean, when you take a look at what's outlined, what do you feel like is like the most transformative deal point?
I mean, I think the salary and revenue sharing, I think it's as simple as that, and obviously there's a lot of great things in the CBA as we move forward, but I think simply that, I think it sets a precedent for all of women's sports going forward, not just women's basketball, that we're truly valued and the product that we put on the floor is truly valued. So just excited and really thankful for everybody on the WNBA side and everybody on the PA side. People put a lot of time and energy into it, took time away from their families, so they were having 10-hour meetings. They're up till 4 a.m., so just really grateful and thankful, and people were very selfless through the process. So
yeah, I mean, the numbers are astounding. The salary cap goes up like 5 times.
Maybe
the Supermax $1.4 million. The average salary goes from like $120,000 up to $600,000. So those are numbers that are undeniable.
Yeah.
But so is the growth of women's sports, I feel like. And for someone who's like literally right in the middle of it and everything's happening right now, like what do you feel like your role is in the growth of women's sports?
Man, I honestly think I'm just very much myself. That's how I try to approach it. I'm not here. This was never my goal to change women's sports. Like I just showed up and I played and I loved every single second of it. And I feel a responsibility to show up and put a smile on everybody's face that buys a ticket and comes and watches us play. And I always tell people, like, when you buy a ticket and you come and watch the Fever play, you keep coming back for more. And I think that goes for all of women's sports as well. So I think that's kind of my responsibility. But I don't always like put that on myself. Like I just go out there, have fun. It's what I do. I can't believe it's my job. Like I feel very lucky and fortunate. So
it's funny. I was leaving the hotel. A little girl had a WNBA shirt on. She said, "I'm waiting for Caitlin to come out," and unfortunately, she saw me, and I wish she had seen you.
No, that's great as well.
Listen, we were talking about
expansion. Should have brought her with you.
I should have. You're right. I should have given her a credential. Next time, I got you. We were talking about expansion though for the NBA. Obviously, expansion is happening in the W2. By 2030, there could be up to 18 teams, up from 15.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the growth of the league too, in general?
Well, it's pretty incredible. When I first came in, and even the Fever were playing at smaller venues before I got there, and now we were at 12 teams, and then my next year we played at 13 teams, and then this year we're moving to 15. So there was less than 144 spots when I first showed up in the league, and now we're going to be at, who knows, over maybe 170. And I think a lot about people in college and girls in college, and I've already heard from a lot of college players on this, is like their dream is to continue to play basketball because they know it's a real opportunity now, and they also know they're going to be compensated for it, and they're not going to have to go overseas to find a way to be compensated for it. Maybe they'll continue to do both, but I thought that was a really cute thing, and maybe not something that people always thought about is like the dream of the college women's basketball player is still really real for them to become a professional. So I think expansion is a great thing. I'm excited to see where it goes. I think Cleveland's getting a team. Connecticut's going down to Houston, and I think Philadelphia as well. So I'm excited as many places as we can take women's basketball. I think it's just going to help not only women's basketball, but women's sports in general.
Yeah, and this season you'll see the expansion go to Toronto and Portland. I got to get back to you and your play. I know you were injured most of last season, but you returned to the court after, 8 months off?
Yeah, about
230 days or so like that?
No one was counting.
I was counting. But you came back for the World Cup qualifier. I'm just curious how it felt to be back in game situations and how you felt health-wise.
I mean, you can simulate it as much as possible, but there's really nothing like putting on your uniform and lacing up your shoes and getting out there and playing. And obviously it was a little bit different of a situation. Usually I would have done that with my WNBA team, but doing it at the senior national team level and making my debut obviously added another element of maybe a little anxiety or nervousness. But more than anything, I really did feel like myself. I feel really healthy, and a lot of people put in a lot of time to help me get back there. And it's crazy to think it was 8 months. And more than anything, just excited for the W season. I miss getting to play in front of all the fans in every single city, and especially our favorite fans in Indianapolis.
And it's funny, when she says feel like herself, she means the MVP of the World Cup qualifier. No big deal, no big deal. Last question for all my Indiana Fever fans out there. Last time they went to the finals was 2015. Okay, you guys made the semis of the East last season. You had to watch from the sideline.
Yeah, it was tough.
Expectations, goals of this season, what you got for me?
I mean, we were trying to win it all last year, and that's certainly what we're trying to do this year. It's a very unique situation. I think there's over 100 players in the league that are free agents. So we really only know about 5 people or 3 people that are going to be on our team next year, but I feel like we have a great core. Our first priority is to sign Kelsey Mitchell back. Was first team all-WNBA last year. Kind of my running mate in the backcourt. Right. She makes it really easy for me. So, there's nothing like playing for the Fever. I think we're going to be the favorite to win it all. It adds a little pressure, but that's what you love about it. And we got a great squad, a great coach, great support staff, so super excited.
Okay, well, we're looking forward to watching it for sure. You guys saw that May 9th against the Dallas Wings. That'll be the first time you see Caitlin back in her Indiana Fever jersey, but they're getting ready for training camp. That starts April 19th for her. But guess what? She's not really going to go anywhere. Caitlin's going to hang around a little bit. Joker talking about his injury, missing an extended period of time. I thought about you too, because you've been through that, and the first time it happened was last season. So just returning and seeing how the Joker now averaging almost a triple-double, leading the NBA in it. How is it hard to return back to that type of form?
Well, I think your greatest ability is your availability, and you certainly learn that when you're sitting on the bench. But I also think it teaches you a different aspect of leadership and being a great teammate. But he certainly didn't miss a beat. I think everybody knew he was going to do everything he could to get back. And there's not many people that average a triple-double, let alone you're lucky enough to get maybe a couple of those in a season. He's done it all year long in back-to-back years. So it's pretty incredible. And honestly, he's probably my favorite player to watch, and I think he's the best player in the world.
I think it's the mental fight, more so than the physical. Obviously, coming back, getting healthy to get on the court. One, I think, two, is getting over that mental hurdle as far as, do I still have it? Does it still hurt? What would I look like? All of those things, I think, the faster you get past that, the better you'll be. And, for a lot of you, you're going through it. Obviously, he's done it. A lot of us has gone through that. And the biggest hurdle, like talking to some of the guys that has had these injuries now, you see some guys said, I'm ready to go. And there's a couple guys like, I'm not prepared yet, because we want to be the best version of ourselves. And prior to those injuries, we always think of who we were at that time. And when we come back, we want to go back to that same player. And that's the biggest challenge.
I realized that Jokic was actually human when he came back, because before he got injured, he was a clear-cut MVP for me, putting up historical numbers. And then when he came back off of that injury, he kind of struggled a little bit, wasn't really finishing at a high clip as he usually does in the paint, missing clutch shots. So I realized this guy is really human. But to fight through that and get back to, playing efficient, averaging triple-double and doing what he does, it's just a testament of his mental fortitude.
He said something that stood out to me. He said, I have a great group of guys. We all work well together. We all is in this together. I think outside of the injury, he was more excited about getting back around the guys and playing, because as we all know, when we're dealing with an injury, the game of basketball become boring to us. It's like we don't know what to do. We like pulling our hair out. What do we want? We want to watch all the film. We want to shoot shots when we ain't supposed to. We can't walk. But I think being around a group of guys, and in your situation, a group of women who can bring us back in and like just have fun and get my mind off of this injury. Outside of the injury, I think that's what Joker was looking forward to.
Yeah, I want to go back to something you said, Caitlin. You said you believe he's the best player in the world. Tell me why.
I think, no matter what, if you run two at him, he's going to make the right play. He's going to find the right pass. There's not many big players that can make the pass, make the right read. He does it every single time, every single game. I think that's what I love about him. Obviously he has the scoring, but a lot of times you go and check the box score, you watch the game. He's taking 5 shots in the first half, but he has 12 assists. So no matter what the other team does, he's going to find a way to tear you apart.
And the next question I was going to ask, do y'all agree with her? You see how I did that? Do you agree? Best player in the world? Okay.
I do agree because of his patience. He never gets rattled. And we always talk about with Jokic, you have to put him in multiple actions off on the defensive end. That's fine. But you also got to worry about that guy on the other end because when you play with a superstar, we think they're going to score. I like to see star players, they make sure their guys are going early for the fourth quarter. So it's just the setup. It's just the chess piece for later on when now I have my shooter shooting, I have my other star player going, and then, you still got to worry about me while they're going. Like, he does that. He just, his chess piece and the way he plays the game is just like no other right now.
Yeah, and Denver right now sitting at 4th in the West and holding on to that lead and trying to stave off the Minnesota Timberwolves at the time. But right now, we're talking about Caitlin Clark. It's been a busy offseason for you. We talked about her playing with Team USA. Of course, she's been here as a special contributor, but on Wednesday, she took it to the Lakers-Pacers game. She's got a hobby, apparently, on the sidelines as a photographer. We wanted to give you guys a behind-the-scenes look at her experience.
She's doing right.
Yeah, from a different courtside seat.
So you know what camera you're using?
Yeah, I'm using a Sony.
What lens?
Big Daddy lens.
All right, I have to get Obi now.
Watch out. Let her shoot.
It's dark in here.
Oh, bro, where's the flash?
I'm getting some good shots. I need to get tied.
Okay, Caitlin, now I gotta know, is this a hobby that we're just finding out about, or?
It's a new hobby, yeah. You didn't even show my pictures of LeBron I took. Did you guys see them?
I saw because he reposted them, bro.
Absolutely.
I saw them. Oh, there it is. Look.
Yeah. Those weren't too bad. That was my greatest shot.
That's your greatest shot right there?
Wait a minute. Every artist
I need to print it out, get him to sign it for me.
Every artist names it. What's the name of it?
The King. I mean, that's my goat, honestly. So.
You know what's cool about this for you? And Ken Griffey's doing it. Because of who you are and what you've accomplished, and you're known by players, you're going to get the best pictures, and you're going to get everybody to pose for you.
I swear we made eye contact, so I set down the camera and I smiled at him, and he just looked at me with a straight face. I'm like, he didn't even see me, but the photo turned out well. But new hobby, I love it. So
people are going to stop allowing you to take those pictures because of who you are and what you accomplished. That says a lot about you.
Well, either way it goes, Caitlin, we appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
All the hobbies, you coming back from your injury. We're looking forward to watching you. And it's good to have another woman on set, just for a little, even if
I need to come around more often.
Anytime. Caitlin,
thanks for having me.
You're welcome anytime. Caitlin Clark of the Indiana Fever joining us a little bit here on Basketball Night in America. Look, the jerseys are everywhere. Caitlin, you gotta go find her. That's the same
She's
girl.
so cute. We're gonna
Caitlin, that's the girl I
find
saw
her right
before
now.
at the hotel.
She found her way here.
Okay,
we're going to
she
find
found her way here. Go give her an autograph. That's it for Caitlin Clark. We'll be back with more Basketball Night in America after this.
Amen. Y'all heard it. Loud and clear. First priority, get Kelsey Mitchell back. That's it. That's the headline. So now, we not guessing no more. We not speculating. Caitlin Clark went up there and stamped it herself. I want Kelsey. That's not just a preference. That's direction. And honestly, if Caitlin wants Kelsey, she sees something. Simple as that. I trust Caitlin Clark's vision, man. I trust her feel for the game, her IQ, her understanding of chemistry. Because what we saw in that second half of the 2024 season, that wasn't accidental. That was two guards starting to figure it out. And let's be real for a second. Kelsey Mitchell never came out disrespecting Caitlin. Never. No wild comments, no weird energy. If anything, she showed love, gave her props. So all that outside noise, that's just noise. But on the court, different story. That backcourt was cooking. I'm talking real buckets, real flow, real pressure on defenses. At one point, you could argue they were one of the top backcourts in the Women's National Basketball Association. And people already talking about breaking that up? Nah, that feels rushed. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe some of y'all like, nah, let it go. I hear you. But me? If your franchise player is telling you straight up who she wants beside her, you listen. Because Caitlin ain't just speaking for herself right there. She's speaking with influence. That sounded like somebody who knows what direction the team needs to go. She's our top priority. All right then, say less. Put some respect on it. Now, yeah, the interview had other moments too. They were joking around, talking about photos, a little lighter vibe in between, even touched on other topics like league stuff and players around the game. But let's not get distracted. The real takeaway? Caitlin Clark just told us what the Indiana Fever are trying to do: bring Kelsey Mitchell back. So all that talk about trades, not protecting her, letting her walk, I never really bought into it. Not fully. And now, it's looking even less likely. If Caitlin believes in that pairing, I'm riding with it. Straight up. But now I gotta ask y'all, after hearing it directly from her, do you still think Kelsey needs to go? Or are you giving this backcourt another run? Let me know how y'all feel. Drop it in the comments. I love y'all. Tell me what you think. Don't forget, like and subscribe.